What should I do with my mind? Well, I'm going to suggest this. You should engage it. You should think with it. You should exercise it. You should harness it to seek out a better understanding of the truth. You see, the problem is, apart from the grace of God, our minds are totally corrupt. They are committed to that process by which we paint ourselves as the good guys and the hero, and we seek to flee from accountability to God. Romans 1 describes it this way, that all men by nature know that there's a God, know that they are under his just judgment, and they suppress that truth in unrighteousness. They suppress that truth in unrighteousness. They're trying to push out of their consciousness what their consciousness knows, because it doesn't feel good. It's no fun to recognize that you're no good. And it's very scary to recognize that God is not pleased with you. So we use our minds, in a manner of speaking, to help us whistle in the dark, which is, at the end of the day, a horrible misuse of our minds. Especially if, quite apart from whether or not you're a Christian, especially if we actually believe that the function of our minds is in the pursuit of truth. Because at the end of the day, that is the truth. And the truth is, none of us, including believers who continue to struggle with our own sin nature, none of us have had our minds completely and absolutely set free, such that they're only devoted to the pursuit of the truth. I suppress my understanding of my own sin. And my calling is to repent of that and to push against that. You know, sadly, so often we make our decisions about what we believe, who we're going to listen to, what we hear, on the basis of how it makes us feel. In fact, we live in an age where if I ask you, what do you think? Chances are better than even that you're going to say, well, I feel. Well, now wait a minute. I didn't ask how you felt. I asked what you think. We need to learn, friends, if we're going to be, again, Christian or not, if we're going to be mature, self-controlled human beings, to make sure that our appetites are under submission to our minds, and that our minds are not captive to our desires. They're not used in the pursuit of that which we know in our better moments is wrong. I want you to use your mind to look at yourself. To look at yourself honestly. Heck, you don't have to take God's transcendent moral standard. Take your own personal moral standard. And ask yourself this question: do I measure up to my own personal moral standard? Have I kept everything I know to be right, or have I ever done something that even to me, just to me, is wrong? Have I ever had a regret? Have I ever felt a moment's guilt? If you're honest, the answer is yes. And also, if you're honest, you'll realize that all the good works in the world after that point will not cover for the wrong you've done. What you need is the blood of Christ. I'm not making special emotional pleading here. I'm asking you to do your best to step outside your prejudices and look at yourself with honesty.